All right, are we live? Looks like we're up. How's the audio? Why does Navas not appear on the market? Because he is not available until today. And as you can tell, I'm sick and I'm losing my voice. But since I was going to be on anyway, trying to complete this, might as well check it out. So here's the deal. Snowman Navas goes live today in, what? Jesus, 2 hours? 2 hours and 20 minutes. You got to complete it. To get Navas, you're going to have to get the daily, the 140. So you have to complete all the daily quests today. Then you have to have all your division rivals in. So for me, I got 27 games to try to win over the next 2 hours, which I don't even know if that's even possible. But to get Navas quickly and sell him sell him as soon as he goes available may bring in the most coins possible for that player. And it's not somebody I would ever use. So this is about me trying to unload him as quick as I can. I haven't done anything with the market since last night other than list those few players. Let's see. Yeah, the elite that we talked about during the stream sold, including a few more. As you can see, my players are full. I've got a few hundred listed, but nobody I'm messing with. Say, for the gold silver market farming, doesn't matter how many golds I have. If you have 1,000, that gives you a better chance of finding ones that sell each day. Right now I don't have any golds. I've used them. I've either sold them or used them all for training purposes. Let's see. I removed you from in-game friend. Yes, I normally dump everybody that I friend during the dumping after the live chats, just to make room for new people. No, I didn't just wake up. I haven't been to bed yet. I'm sick. That's why I sound different. Can you help me with something? 95 tip, normal card. Should I post it with 24 mil and try to sell it in the next 45 minutes so I can get the animated card at 24 mil? I don't... Trying to do that in the next 24 minutes is pretty tough. What time is it here? It's 11:51 a.m. 2 hours before reset. I'm trying to run this balance between winning and losing versus matches to keep me in a range where I can autoplay and still win. But I don't know how many versus matches you can play in an hour. So I'm trying to pad it with versus and head-to-head. Okay, I can probably play this out here. Okay. Any investments at the moment, I have 60 million. Elites. If you can get elites under 105,000, those are going to come back heavy eventually. Is 88 Hulk worth to claim in frozen gifts? It depends. We're coming down to the end on the frozen gifts, so it's a very high likelihood that his value will go up eventually, because right now you can get him dirt cheap. Why do we still get the same chances when I have 170 chemistry and my opponent has 160? Because it's a percentage. I mean, it's 10 over, it's 170 over 160. I mean, it's like 7% difference in chemistry. It's not going to shift anything far enough. You've got to have a 30 to 40 chemistry change to change anything in your chances. Let's see. If I'm still down by 2 at 1 minute, then I'll let this auto play out for the loss. No, actually, I think I can win it. Maybe. This is going to be a tight one. The ties are the ones that really screw it up because they don't help lower your fan count. See, I'm just going to let this one time out. Okay. What's the next Master Gift player? I honestly don't know. No one knows what there's no set rotation on the gifts. See, a tie doesn't help me at all. Helps me in the leaderboards, but I'm not that worried about that. I need the wins. Okay. Player of the month is today. I don't think player of the month is today. You haven't used any snowflake points. Which path to go for? If you only have 1,670, you need to make a decision if you're wanting players or boost. And then just look at the path and see what's available. Personally, for me, I would go straight up the top until... Well, actually, at that point, you could probably go down, straight down to the offer in the bottom path, and then go as high in the top path as you can. That's the area I went to try to secure as many boosts as I possibly could. I haven't. When does Player of the Month come around? It's usually the first Wednesday in the month, but because of the holiday and them talking about taking time off for Team of the Week, I don't have an actual date. I'm assuming next week. I think I might have this one. Okay. This is a tight one. Damn it. If I tie it because of that, I'm going to be pissed. Alright. Okay, I have, in the UCL event, should get the 87 Serie A Master. RBD10 over in Twitch. Yo, man. Let's see. So just investing in elites under 150K. No. Under 105K. 105K. That's the most I pay for any 80 to 83 rated elite. 105,000. Never a penny more. I don't think I'll stream the entire time. Ruben asked if it's going to be a long stream. I just don't think I have it in me. I'm going to autoplay most of these things. But I figured if I'm autoplaying, I can answer questions while I'm doing it. For every 10 chem, you add 1 OVR. I'm not sure that's correct. Could be. I just don't know either way. As far as the chances go. Do you think we'll be able to get a free-to-play Team of the Year starter? Yes. There hasn't been a team of the year yet that I can remember that there hasn't been a free starter. It seems like they always allow at least one. Usually it's multiple starters available. It's not the ones you want, but like last season, you could grab some of the best starters in the game if you were smart with the way you played. Okay, Ruben says next full 10 chem plus 1 OVR. So 170 is plus 1. I believe you. I've just never worried about it. I think I got this one. I'll let it play. Do you think Team Heroes come back again? No. I don't think they'll come back with Team Heroes. They may come back with something similar. Like they had League Heroes the year before. I'm trying to remember. Back when the World Cup qualifiers were going on, they had National Heroes. So it's possible they may do something, but I don't think it'll be the same thing. Team Heroes. How many gems is a good amount of gems to come in to Team of the Year? I would have liked to have come in with 25 to 30,000. I don't have that many. I've used some here and there. I'm at 11,000 now because I kind of went in. I spent gems on, I think it was New Year's. Did I spend gems on New Year's? I can't remember. One of the recent events, I threw some gems in. More than I should have. Do you think... I got 96 Messi last season. Nice. What's my go-to price for elites? Buying 105K. There's somebody that I'm just going to have to autoplay. He's got the same idea as I am, but I'm not... I'm not bronzing my team just to make it happen. Dumb says, can you answer my question? I didn't see your question. Ask again and I'll try to answer. Was Team of the Year Ronaldo last year claimable for free to play? I believe so. I can't remember. God, it's been... I don't remember anybody other than the Ultimates being unclaimable. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that everybody, that you just couldn't do like a full set of starters. But any individual starter was possible. Let's see. Did you try Atheo Striker? No, I did not. I saw that everybody's been talking about that player. I don't understand what would give people the impression that a bronze player with the inability to increase special traits and high enough stats would be worth using and spending an unbelievable amount of coins on to test and try. Blows me away that people buy into some of that stuff. No, I did not try him. I mean, if you look at FIFA renders, him trained out. If you train him out and max him at 100, his stats just don't compare to anybody. That doesn't mean he's not some weird anomaly player that doesn't perform based on his stats. But no. I'm going to sell my Navas this reset. How much should I sell him for? I have no idea. It's going to come down to what the suggested price is. Let's see. Keepers are so buff today. It is true. I don't know. It seems like players that I'm struggling against, keepers that I'm struggling against a week ago, I'm having easy go against today. And keepers, there's Black Man. That's interesting. I don't know. It's been weird. Ronaldo was claimable free to play. I got him. Yeah, I believe everybody was free to play last season. The Ultimates were the pay to plays. I have never played against Blackman in the goal, so let's see if I can even get into range. Got a touch. He seems to be going high every time the ball comes through. Still going high. Well, I'm unimpressed so far. Once you realize that he goes high for everything. He hasn't used his feet for anything. There he goes. Still hands. All hands. See, if there was an easy way to find tells for some of these keepers, then we would be okay. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up and see what all I missed. What should we expect for Team of the Year? I don't know. I've seen leaks and concepts of what it might look like, but I don't know if any of it's true. Ahmed asks, am I a Liverpool fan? Absolutely. You can tell by my starting lineup. It's about goalkeeper height that matters. Okay, so before this season, let's talk about that. Before this season, height had nothing to do with mechanics. It was visual only. It was just another attribute on the field to change. But every player affected a set specific area on the field. Didn't matter how tall they were. They announced that this year they were changing that. But again, I still feel like height has more to do with the stats given based on the height than the actual height of the player. So if you have a 6'4" that can jump, he's going to be better in corners than if you have a 6'4" that can't jump. I don't know. I'm not buying into the whole height thing, especially when you see the way some of these tall keepers are performing. I decreased my OVR. Did I? I didn't even pay attention. I may have a player off position. I'll have to look. If that's the case, thanks for pointing it out. Okay, we'll let this one time out. I'll take the loss. Okay. When should I sell my Real Madrid Elite that I claimed through La Liga Rivals? Are you talking about the ones that will not yet become sellable until the 5th? Or are you talking about the ones that are now sellable? No, I'm still at 113. Doesn't use icons? No, I don't use icons. Who do you think will be in Team of the Year, Lewandowski or Mane? I think Mane will have a card. I think Lewandowski may have a card, but I believe Lewandowski's may be a reserve. Mane at left forward. I could see that. What should I do with 84 Lacazette and 80 Jesus? Player of the Month Sancho got leaked yesterday. I saw a concept card for Sancho that was leaked yesterday. Whether or not that's the actual Player of the Month, no one knows. I don't think it will be Sancho. It could be, but my gut says no. Does anybody have a set date for Player of the Month? Have they announced that yet? Man, as soon as I feel like I have this one and I can autoplay it, he puts another one in. Okay, there we go. Neymar won't get Player of the Month. He did nothing. I would agree with that 100%. Stream quality's better on Twitch than at YouTube? That is a distinct possibility. I am not aware of it. I've got Twitch open on the other side. Benzema. That was one of the big suggestions last night was Benzema for Player of the Month, and I could see that. Let's see, where am I at now? 21 more matches. What do we got? 2 hours? It's 11 matches an hour. Maybe doable. Man, in 4 matches, he got 6 assists and 5 goals. What are you talking about? Who do you see in Team of the Week? Why did I go for Mane left midfield instead of a left wing? Because there are no Mane left wings besides the base. And that base left wing stats are not very good at all. If they release a left wing Mane and he can perform as well or better than the UCL left mid, then I will swap him out. But I have no problem putting players on out of position. That has never bothered me one bit, other than you lose the advantage of the boost. Left mid Martial. That's a possibility in a reserve. Why don't I go for Salah instead of Shaqiri? Because the Salah card has nothing on the Shaqiri card. If you've used both, I am a huge Shaqiri fanboy for FIFA Mobile. And it has really nothing to do with... I like him in real life, but his card in FIFA Mobile every season since I started playing this game has been one of the strongest players in a 4-3-3 because he has the ability to curl on the outside of the box. And they haven't changed it yet. Last season, his UCL tournament card, I used all the way to the end of the season. Did I lose that? I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I'm thinking of buying the Star Pass. The booths are worth it. Do you suggest? I've bought the Star Pass the last couple of months. It's one of the few things that I spend coins on in this game. Just because you get so much for what it is. And then the FIFA points that come out of it, as soon as I get them, I just swap them over to gems. But we've had decent master players every month. That Courtois master player was a huge asset in the ZIDANE campaign. (4-3-3) attack or 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I stick with 4-3-3 attack only because I prefer that setup. But I haven't had a center attacking mid I can use this season, so I haven't been able to do it. So I've been set up with a flat 4-3-3. It's not my favorite. It's been working fine. But I'm still looking for a center attacking mid. I'd really like to see a Wijnaldum center attacking mid. Problem is they haven't had very many team of the week players that have given me some off position choices that I've been happy with. Get this last goal, just secure it. Oh, that sucked. Salah 95 shooting is amazing. It very well may be, but I would never use him in a wing position. Last season, I think I had him at striker, and I'm fine with him at striker. I really like Salah, but in gameplay, he doesn't compete with. He just doesn't compete with Shaqiri. It also comes down to your style of play, too. Mane for player of the month. He had a good month in December, but if you were going to look at that, I think that Alexander-Arnold had a better December. I think of the entire time he's been starting with Liverpool, I think December was the best month he's ever had. In my opinion, he's hands down the best right back in the Premier League this season. The one that I've been disappointed with is Robertson. It's not that he hasn't been playing well. It's that he hasn't had those exciting games like he had last season. Do you think we'll have a chance at another prime free-to-play like Zidane, just like last season with Ronaldinho or Ochoa? I think eventually they will. Maybe. Oh, why don't I have Kevin De Bruyne at cam? When they released that cam card, the stats were okay, and I did consider it. But when you compared the stats in FIFA renders, I preferred the center mid card over the center attacking mid. And it wasn't going to save me. It was actually going to cost me more coins in the long run. Do I think Sancho will join Chelsea? No. Lucas Moura at right wing, the UCL card, that is a strong right wing card. See, okay, Origi is kind of trash. I'm assuming you're referring to the striking Origi card and not just Divock Origi in general. But the card, if you understand how to use it, I've been real happy with the card. Need a couple more losses. Dump me back down to that 1,020,000 range where I can autoplay. Why do you have De Bruyne? There's no Liverpool with De Bruyne. Yeah, I know. But there hasn't been a strong center mid to be able to swap him out with. And I run as rental team as long as I possibly can. And since Kevin De Bruyne is a free card, he was player of the month and was free, then I keep him in there until something comes along that is worth spending my money on. If they put in a better center attacking mid or even a center mid that was worth it. I had Milner in for the longest time, but with having him at left back now, which really isn't a very good left back card. He's not fast enough to be a strong left back, but I just like Milner. I'll keep him in there and sacrifice the speed and position just to have him in my squad. Neymar will be in Team of the Year. I'm not a Neymar fan at all. So I would be perfectly fine if he was a reserve. Okay, I have Messi, La Liga rival. Should I sell him now or wait? That's a gamble. Because depending upon what happens in Team of the Year, his value may drop or it may go up. It just kind of depends on what happens. I mean, Messi will be in Team of the Year. There's no doubt about it. What position he'll be in may make a difference, and how high his OVR and stats are may make a difference to the value of that card. We've seen it in the past where a new program card gets released and everyone anticipates it being better and then it doesn't. For example, last season, let's see, who was it? David De Gea had a Team of the Year card that was one of the best Team of the Year cards of all. And his ultimate Team of the Year card was almost like cheating. Then they released a higher OVR David De Gea as part of UCL. His stats were even higher than the Team of the Year, but because he didn't perform in gameplay the way his stats said he should, he dropped in value. The UCL did, and the Team of the Year went up because of it. So it's possible that can happen with Messi. I really don't know. Which is the best left back in Premier League? I had Chilwell, Team of the Week Chilwell, at left back for a long time, and I really, really liked that card. I only swapped him out because of I love Milner. Milner's my favorite current active player. Do I think Matip will go up? It's possible. We've watched his price fluctuate. I bought him for 19 million. Now he's back up. He was down to almost 17 million at one point. I don't know where it'll settle. But again, remember that all of this Team of the Year stuff is going to really start to change the value of some of these master players. I haven't used Cresswell, and I haven't had to go up against him enough to be able to say whether or not he appears to be a strong defender. Okay, Tierney is best left back in Premier League, paced 108. Now, pace and an outside back is important, but at a left back, depending upon the formation you use, I don't find their pace as important as I do for the right back. And that's a game mechanics problem with EA because you only work on the right side of the field. I would rather have a left back with higher marking stats than I would better pace. Pace helps you on the attack. Pace is not going to help you defending. Do you think Matip will get another good card better than the Boxing Day one? I don't think he'll get Team of the Year reserve. I do not think he'll get Team of the Year. I don't think I personally think that 95 rated Boxing Day card, unless Matip has one unbelievable game coming up, I think it's very likely that the best you'll see out of Matip is that Boxing Day card. What's a good premier center mid? That Kevin De Bruyne Player of the Month is not an overrated card. I really like that card. But I would get rid of Kevin De Bruyne before I would the UCL Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's a better card. So you got Messi and Mane, all of them 95. Who do you think I should sell? Well, it depends on what kind of value you're looking for. Are you trying to get the most coins, or you're not going to use either of them in the game? If you actually claimed Mane in the game, then I can't imagine why you would have claimed him not to use him. Because he was so expensive. Okay, is Wan-Bissaka any good? The UEL, the Europa League player. I don't know. I haven't used him. I've seen people that are very excited about him, but I'm not quite sure. Sell Masters, Opara and Rooney before Team of the Year drops. Okay, so that's a good question. Sorry, I'm drinking here, trying to keep from coughing. Okay. There is a good argument to be had for holding on to these master players that we've had. I'm going to take a break from this real quick just to show you what I'm talking about. There is a very high likelihood that once we've got these overall at 100, so you can't train anymore because you've reached the max OVR. If they add ranking up down the road, any of these, like that Pickford that I picked up for 1.1 million, that card, if I could sell him now for 2, I don't think I would, because I think that Pickford card is going to be worth a lot more down the road. It'll be a way down the road, but I do feel like he's going to return value. All of my masters that I've got, those Roonies, those will be my 3 striking rank ups. Same with Savitzer and Savage. Unless I can get a decent amount of coins out of them, I'll probably just hold on to them. But it's a long-term investment because you're going to have to wait that out for quite a while. Player of the month. Any players to invest in right now? I would say the same thing I've been telling everybody. Elites. You can still do the silver and gold method, but elites under 105,000 will turn you a major profit eventually. And some of them are turning it now, but that's what I've been investing in, is just elites. I was up to around 350 elites. I've been selling them. I got down to 150, and now I'm back up to about 250. See, player of the month is just around the corner, but my question is, do you think a lot of people would get him since it's the 3rd player of the month? Brian was not claimed by a lot of people, but Warner was because he was 2nd. I don't know. There was a argument for not claiming the first one, not claiming, getting the points available to claim De Bruyne, but not claiming him. Then, what did I just do? I can't remember what I'm playing against. We'll just let this one autoplay out. Okay. There was an argument for not claiming the first team of the player of the month. And the reason being is if you held your player of the month points for the next month, you could claim the player of the month in the first couple of minutes, list him for the bot, and make an unbelievable amount of coins. That was the theory. I don't know if anyone actually did it, if it really worked or not. But that's why a lot of people didn't claim the first one. Because if you claim De Bruyne and then you claim Werner, when you go into each month, you have to run the event to be able to claim the player of the month. And by the time you run the event, his value has already dropped because everybody's running the event and claiming the player of the month. I don't worry as much about making coins from stuff like that, especially if it's a player I kind of want. I still have Timo Werner and De Bruyne. I still use them. I like both cards. Base Oxlade-Chamberlain to 90 is also a very good option. I'm trying to get rid of as many base players as I can just because I feel like they're going to make a shift and change once they add in more perks. And I think that 170 chemistry is going to go up to about 200. And when that happens, all of these base cards are going to be dead. It doesn't mean they won't be worth anything. You'll be able to sell them. The bot will always buy base cards. But trained base cards will just have to be trained into somebody else because at their 10 chemistry or 13 chemistry for some of the older Team of the Week cards, it's just not going to be enough for you to max a team out unless you're playing with one squad to be able to get it there. But them increasing the chemistry to 19 per player for the last couple of events lets us know that they are getting ready to make perk changes, and that 170 max chemistry is going to go way up. So would you say we should stick with Rooney and Paransar? I think you should consider holding on to them. If you're not at least doubling your investment, if you're not getting at least $2 million out of them, I would hold on to them for the time being. This chemistry is going to... Yes, chemistry should increase. How does TOTS event work? Okay, that you're referring to Team of the Season. That's in June. What we're dealing with right now is Team of the Year. It's similar but different. Team of the Year is a calendar year event that takes into consideration every team a club has played for, whether it be national appearances and everything. Team of the Season is supposed to be just their performance within their league. So Team of the Year is coming. I don't know what it's going to be. And everybody keeps saying January 8th for Team of the Year. I'm not quite sure if that's the actual date or not. A lot of times in the past, the date that everyone expected Team of the Year to be released does come out, but it's for console only. And then we see it trickle out a few days later on mobile. I'm not sure. I don't want to commit to any one date. Last season, Team of the Season was boring as fuck. I don't know about that because I liked both Team of the Year and Team of the Season. The event that really bummed me out was Freeze. But the only thing about Freeze that kind of turned it around was that we had so much other stuff going on that if Freeze had been all in like it was in the seasons past, I don't think we would have had time to do it. January 25th, Lunar New Year. I mean, it coincides with Chinese New Year, and I know I'm through work dealing with factories shutting down here in the next couple of weeks. So we should be getting Chinese New Year soon. That will be the next big event, but I think there's a possibility that it will be right on top of Team of the Year, and we'll be dealing with an overlap for some of it. The big events, we got Chinese New Year, we have Carnival, Team of the Year. I'm trying to think of what else pops up before this is all over. Silver cards are kind of dead at the moment. I don't know. I didn't post any silvers yesterday. I'm still sitting on all of them. What do you suggest? Okay, Tanver, so we should invest in base elite cards under 150K? No. No. Don't ever pay more than 105, not 150, 105K. How much is my RAM and ROM? Looking for a good phone. I have a iPhone XR, and I like it. The only problem with the new phone is that the screen proportion is not standard. So if you look, it letterboxes everything, which is fine, but it does create a problem when you go to post when I'm making videos or doing anything. Like when a live stream's done, I can't go back in and make any changes to the stream because the proportion of the stream is wrong. Let's see. You think Arsenal will make a comeback and get top 4? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't be a bit surprised for the top 4 to end up Arsenal, Man U, Man City, Liverpool, and Tottenham. I think there's some contenders in the Premier League right now we still have a long ways to go before the end of the season. I'm still hopeful that Liverpool will eke out the win, but we'll see. What do you suggest? Build a team by just buying high OVR players, or get cheap players and raise them by buying XP and upgrading? Anytime I can replace a card with a high OVR card that I don't have to train, I do it. The reason being is once you have put XP and coins into a player, you're stuck with that player. You can use him to train into someone else, but you've lost 75% of the money that you put into training him if you go to transfer it. And if you ever decide to sell him, depends. Like let's say you buy Bale. I think 83 right wing base Bale. I'm guessing, I can't remember. I think he's 83. And you pay $1.5 million for him. And you train him up to 90. You've got several million in training and XP and everything. And you decide that you want to swap him out with somebody else. You have to use him for training, to train into the other player, or you strip all the coins and XP you put into him to sell him for $1.5 million. I don't train players unless I'm going to keep them, I'm going to have them for a while, or there's a way to, or I know I'm going to transfer them. I got New Year's Sensi and Perisic. Should I wait to sell them? I watch the market, check their value, wait until you start to see their value bump up. Then it would be a good time to get him. 86 Arnautovic under 80K, good for training. Yes, that would be a smart decision for training. It would also be a smart investment if you can actually get them for under 80. Just because you see cards that show that they have been sold for that price does not mean people are buying them for that price. Remember, it is a bot market. I think the cheapest I've got any of them for is about 110. Will Trent Alexander-Arnold get a Team of the Year starter? If he doesn't end up with a starter, it'll be a robbery. He should be the right back starter. And when he does get a right back starter, I will finally swap out my Team of the Week. I would really like, by the end of Team of the Year, to have a full Liverpool squad. If they release let's say they release a right wing Salah, I would probably grab him, hold on to my Shaqiri and grab him for now. I would swap out Trent Alexander-Arnold. I would get rid of my base Allison if he gets a goalkeeper card, even if it's just a reserve, although I think he'll end up with the starter. It's kind of where I'm setting it. Does 2 league is good for only 1 league is good? Should I buy Weghorst for Legends Chapter 3? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That is the one card. Had I not grabbed Boxing Day Origi, I would be training Weghorst. Oh, another elite sold. I would be training that card. Even though his stats are slow, that giant forehead of his and his ability to finish headers is unreal. Even though he's out of league, his finishing is phenomenal. I love that card. Do you keep that Van Dijk just because you're a fan? His stats are not really good for what I see. He performs very well. I am disappointed with his ability to head. But, yeah. Van Dijk does not give very good head. Why does everyone use Nacho Fernandez instead of Militao center back? I'm not sure why anybody would do that. Unless Fernandez was dirt cheap. That's why I used him. But my team, the team I used for the ZIDANE campaign was all base cards. I only trained one player. Every Real Madrid player I had in my team, you could just buy directly out of the market. I never put any money into any of them except one. And that was just striker. But I did spend the money on some very, very expensive cards. That UCL Rodrigo card made a huge difference for me. I love that Mane left mid. I haven't really had an opportunity to showcase Weghorst's head. Here we go. Number 9. Find him. Finish. Every time. Every time. It doesn't matter where he's at on the field, what it looks like. If he can get a head on it, he's going to finish it. How did I train Allison to 100 so fast? I spent about 20 million, I think. I'm guessing. And I used Pickfords when they were a million. When you could grab them for under 1.1 million. I bought everyone that popped into the market for 2 days straight. That's how I got him there. Does 2 league is good or only 1 league is good? Are you referring to like the chemistry and putting a squad together? I'll use 2 leagues. I don't care as long as my chemistry still maxes. Somebody sold. Who's selling here? Oh, another elite. Okay. Let's go back to this. Tarkowski any good? I haven't used him. I don't know. No one knows the position on Messi and De Jong for Team of the Year. It's all speculation. The best XP actually to train. There's a video. If you look through my channel, there's several videos on using players for XP. There's charts that show what each player is actually valued at as far as XP goes. If I can buy XP at a rate of 2 coins per 1 XP, I'm usually pretty happy with that. But for me right now, I've been training using golds that I'm buying for less than 800 coins, which is close to 1-to-1. I think they give about 640, and I'm picking them up under 800. I mean, that's a strong rate of XP versus coins. You're going to be stacked with around 55 million coins, and you want Mbappe, Van Dijk, and Trent. That 55 million coins isn't going to do you a whole lot of good in grabbing all those players. Vestergaard from Freeze is a beast at heading. That I haven't seen. I haven't looked at that card. What league is he in? What investments with a budget of 500K? Well, think about it this way. Everybody had 500K at one point, and you got to start somewhere. For me, every season I always start with silvers and golds. If I had 500K and I had no players to invest in, I had nothing going on, then I would buy 69 rated elites under 800 coins. I would spend all 500K. Oh, it's Southampton. That is not who I was thinking. Where's he at? Center back. Power header, 6'6". $114. See, the jumping stats really low, though. 52 jumping, I don't know if that would be enough. I mean, I'm complaining about Van Dijk because of his jumping stat. $114, $111. Or it was Matip that has the low jumping stat, 92. It's a really low jumping stat. I don't know if that would translate. I'd have to try it. Werner is the best all-around striker in FIFA Mobile. He's amazing. I still have him, and I still use him. I don't have a striker that I'm just so excited about using. Let's see how close we're getting now. I haven't been paying attention to if I'm winning. Okay, 12 more. I'm doing good. 12 more, and I got an hour and 15 minutes. We're on target. We're on schedule. Is it worth getting your goalkeeper to 100 that soon in the season? Okay, so here's why I did that. Because I've always used all of my XP. I throw all of my XP at my goalkeeper. I don't put him in any other position. I mean, if I'm buying players to use his XP, I'll put them where they go. But all the XP that you get from your daily quests, like playing head-to-head and playing versus, your weekly division rivals, all of that stuff I devoted to my keeper. I got him to 96 that way, but then once it gets to the point where you need a million XP to upgrade them, it's really tough to increase your OVR when all of your XP just seems to go nowhere at a goalkeeper. That's why I did it. I wanted to be able to put the rest of my XP where it's going to do me the best. So today, at the end of Division Rivals, wherever I end up in both, I'll take all that XP and I'll put it towards Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back and Origi at striker, and try to get the team up to 114. That's my plan by the end of the weekend, to be 114 without Zidane. I'm at 114 now with Zidane, but that just... 114 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 makes me feel silly. When's the best time to spend all of my money on a full Real Madrid team? It would have been like the day after El Clasico was released. Okay, we're going to let this one die. Wingback cards. I don't use wingbacks. I've never used them in full play, other than in like dropping my team down to a 95. I don't I don't see them getting a wingback card. I would be pretty disappointed if they do. If I have this much coins, why wouldn't I just buy XP and raise all my players to 95, 96? It's not that easy to just buy XP. If you're buying XP at a rate of 2 to 1, it takes forever. If you're buying XP at a rate of 4 or 5 to 1, you can do it quickly, but the amount of money that you use is insane. And I am not about getting rid of money just to increase my OVR. Plus, I only train cards that I'm going to keep. So there's no money going into De Bruyne. I won't put any more money into like Werner or Weghorst. Now, I will put money into Origi now just because I think I'm going to keep that Boxing Day card for a while. But I'm all about the most bang for my buck. How much do I sell 69 rated cards for? I will unleash them at anything above 1,500 coins because I know I paid less than 800 a piece for them. I try to always double my money. If I'm buying somebody, I want to at least make twice that much back. Okay, what is this warning coming now and then? Are you talking about on my screen? When I go back to the main menu, I'll show you what it is. Alright, so if I go back to the main menu, there's the warning. Remove player items to avoid lockout. If you have above 1,190, it tends to lock you out until you train or sell cards. So, I'll show you what it looks like. Or I need to buy about 15 of them. Are there 15 in here? The heck? Wow. Skip ahead. And we'll go until it locks us out. And I'll show you what locking it up actually looks like. And you'll see the next warning. Okay, the XP, someone says the XP from Shaqiri will go directly into Team of the Year Salah. No. If you've watched me play over the last year or so, or you know me, you'll know that I will probably never pull that Shaqiri out of my squad until there's a better Shaqiri available. He has been a staple player for me since the beginning. I would swap him out with Salah, but not. I wouldn't get rid of my right wing card. So got some silvers are high coins this morning. Or this afternoon, wherever we're at. Okay, so let's just do this. Just so I can buy some and show you what it looks like. Gotta be getting close. Gotta be getting close. Come on. Oh, come on. It's starting to piss me off. Gotta be it right here. I gotta be close, if not all the way there. And it's just letting me buy a few extra. We'll go until I can't buy one more. The next one, the time's out, is where we'll end it. Okay, there we go. So if I try to buy it, your limit is reached. I've reached the max of 1,200. I have 2 that are sitting there. So now here's the new warning. Inventory is full. Once you reach 1,200 players in your active inventory, that's when it dies out. I can't do anything. I'm locked out of everything but the store, and you can only buy gems. I can train players. To get rid of stuff. That brought me down to 1,200, so I'll still be locked out. Okay, 1186. I should be back, but I see the warning comes back. I got more elite selling. Let's see what they were going for. 200,000. See, elites, those are elites that we're picking up for 100 to 105. Last night, actually, a couple of those I actually bought during the stream. Those Bona Ventures were 2 of the ones that I bid and won under 105. All right, what do I got? 11. 11 matches in an hour. Yeah, 11 matches in an hour. Can I do that? We'll see. Well, I get Team of the Year Robertson, of course. Do you think Mbappe will join LFC? Nope. I think there's so few Pepe Boxing Day cards. I don't know. If it's just an extinct card, sometimes they do that, but they'll pop back up. Snowman challenges end today? No. The Snowman challenges do not end today. But if you can grab Navas right when he ends, as soon as he becomes available, I think his value in the market will be at its highest. Santo 183 in Twitch. Hello. How much do I sell elites for? I don't. If I buy them for 100, I try to get 200 out of them. 185 to 200. As long as I'm making close to doubling my money, that's where I go. All right, I think that's where I'm going to end it. We did this for a little over an hour, and let's see what happens with Navas. And I'll post later this afternoon and see what actually happened with that. 198 concurrent viewers. That's pretty good. Happy with that. All right, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. And as long as you guys keep logging in and checking stuff out, I'll keep putting out content. Pay attention this afternoon. I'll post and let you know what happens with Navas and if I reach that play. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you guys coming in today.